Hello, everybody. Welcome to After the Credits number 97. We're back with another crazy week in television. We're joined today. Marnie Moose is back on the channel. Marnie, how's it going, my friend? How are you?
I'm very tired. Had a long day at work. I'm gonna squeeze in this right now. It's been a long day. I need a positive thing today. That's all.
You need a refresher. You need a refresher. You need a rebrand. Take the thoughts away from the craziness of life.
Yes, exactly.
No, I mean, you've been on the show. This is your first time on this specific show, but you've done multiple things for me in the past. We did a group stream like a couple years ago. You did Venom 3, which is a wild movie.
I remember that, yeah.
We did like solo commentaries for like, was it Fantastic Four and Minecraft?
I remember I joined in midway through a live stream to talk about the Loki finale.
You did. Actually, you were on this show then. That was this show. Okay,
that's
so
what it
you
was.
were on this show. Okay.
That's what it was.
Well, welcome back to it then.
I know. I completely.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Like
that was blanked on me. I was like, oh yeah, that was after the credits.
Yeah, no, I like, because like Loki and Gen V were the first shows I ever covered on this show, and we are now 97 episodes in, so it's been a minute. So it's been a while. Jeffrey's in the house said waiting. Yes, we were a couple minutes late. So sorry. Chris is in the chat, said hi Darren. Hello. Matt said two dope people. Hello, Matt. Welcome.
Oh, that's one of my friends.
That's one of your friends.
Yeah, that's one of my friends. I just told them. Hi. Can't wait to see you in computer class tomorrow. I've got class with them tomorrow.
Incredible. Lance said, "OMG, Darren unleashed the amazing hair. My hair's a mess right now. I need to do something with it. I right before we started, I was like, I need a hat. I ran and got a hat. My turkey hat's somewhere around here. I'll get it next week. It's fine.
I gotta get a haircut. I'm gonna go after my class in the morning tomorrow. I wake up and it's a mess. Like, even if I don't put spiking gel in it or whatever, it's just a mess. So,
I got one not that long ago and it wasn't good. It wasn't what I wanted. I was pretty upset.
Yeah, mine is really flat right now. I got a shower a few hours ago and it just like this is the best. I'm just gonna leave right now.
I love it.
I can't be bothered to do anything with it at 8 o'clock right now. So
but no, we have a crazy week in TV today. We have first time in a while I've had 3 shows to talk about. Hazbin Hotel season 2, it's back. We have now, I hate to say this, but we're already halfway through the season of Hazbin Hotel. I wish they would maybe consider doing 1 episode a week, or I don't know, doing the template maybe a little differently. I hate like waiting a year and a half to just being like, well, now it's over. It's like, wait, it just started. What?
It just came out.
What's 1 month?
It's probably just because of the run times of the episode, which when we actually talk about it, I'll bring it up. But like, it's probably because they're so short that they have to do double. I feel like. I'm
usually kind of satisfied though. Like, I know most people aren't, but like, and like, I understood for like episode 1. Like, I think episode 1 and 2 worked good as a combo, but like, I would have been okay if it was just episode 3, because that was such like an insane episode, and episode 4 definitely works on its own to the point where it almost undermines episode 3 because it was so crazy. It's like, oh wait, 3 also came out this week. We have to focus on that episode. But yeah, no, we will talk about that. So Hazbin Hotel season 2. It's episode 3. It feels, I don't know why, the show feels like it started like a month ago. It feels like it's been going on for like forever. And maybe that's just because it's like a Halloween themed show, and now that Halloween's over, it's like, I'm like, wait, it's still on? Not only is it still on, it's only 3 weeks into an 8-episode show, which is the opposite of Hazbin Hotel, where I'm like, well, maybe that should have come out before. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then also, Marty will dip for this part, but Polaris, the new Vince Gilligan show, came out. I'm going to chat a little bit about that at the end here. Let's just jump into it. There's a lot to go over. There's a lot to say. Chris said spoilers. Yes, spoilers ahead if you have not seen these episodes. Spoilers.
Leave now if you haven't watched any of these things.
Leave.
I will leave once you talk about Pluribus.
Pluribus.
I'm watching 3 shows right now, and I need to make time for Pluribus. So
entertainment now is almost like a second job. It's like, hey, keeping up with all this stuff. Have fun. It's like, okay, on top of work and all the other things life throws at you, it's like, all right. Should have been 1 per week. I agree. I understand why they do it, but I would have personally been content.
Yeah.
Chris said should have aired early to mid-March. I'd argue September. I'd argue I think it should have started either early to mid-September, and the finale should have been Halloween. I think that would have been cool. Aired that instead.
Wait, that sounds kind of cool though.
Yeah, awesome.
Goes per week, and then on Halloween, that would have been actually a lot better.
Well, like that first week, it kind of tricked me a little bit because like they had that like Christmas tree up, and I was like, oh, is it a Christmas show? Are they trying to like lead to Christmas? But for one, it doesn't end on around like, end of November, and 2, it's like Christmas is over by episode 2. It's like, oh well, whatever. What was the point? What was? So I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting. Cameron said, "Hey Darren, hey Cameron, what's going on?" Endor Slayer, I think is how you say it. Watch the finale be Christmas. Maybe. You know what? And if it is, I will take it back. I'll be like, they're masterminds. This is all part of the thing. But I would have preferred Halloween. I would have liked it having it the whole month of spooky season instead of like because it feels weird. Everyone's like singing Christmas music now and they're putting up the trees and the decorations, and now I'm watching it. It's like I don't know if it fits the vibe. I don't know. I haven't seen Pluribus, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to watch it. Honestly, maybe your spoiler talk or would give me insight to watch it. It is one of those shows I think you kind of have to just jump in. Like, I think you kind of just have to be like, well, I think you kind of have to lean on that faith of Vince a little bit of being like, well, he made 5 perfect seasons of Breaking Bad. He made 6 perfect seasons of Better Call Saul. And that was my whole thing to watch it. Like, I knew nothing about the show. I was like, well, he did those, so I'm going to obviously check this thing out.
Yeah, like, I don't know much or barely anything about the show, and yet I really want to watch it because of that.
It's a great track record. There's, like, very few things in, like, the Hollywood space nowadays that would get me that. Like, you have your Christopher Nolans and stuff like that, but there's, like, he has made a name for himself so much, it's like, well, yeah, of course, I'll see what you're making. Okay, I'll answer this, and then we'll jump into our first show here. Darren, did you see that Danielle Nicolette came out and said that there was plans for season 10 of a 13-year-old Jenna have Cecile's powers, but stronger, that she can move a building? I did see this. I did.
Let's go. The Cecile. It's happening.
We talked quite a bit about the Flash back in the day, or not back in the day, but when that was airing. Did you see this quote of her being like, "Oh yeah, she was gonna be 13 and have my powers"?
Is it like a joke or something, or did she?
That's what she said. No, that's a real quote.
I need to see this now. I gotta find it later. I think. Oh my gosh.
What pisses me so like off about this so much is that she wouldn't have been 13. Like, canonically in the show, she wouldn't have been 13, which means they would have done another time traveling daughter storyline. I'm like, this is just Nora. They did that same thing with Nora like twice, and then Bart. I was like, I don't understand. I don't. This show lost its. This show. They were like, we're doing anything, and like every time Eric Wallace talks about season 10, it sounds worse somehow. Or like anyone talks about season 10, it sounds worse.
See, like, I totally agree, but at the same time, I'm just having a blast. Like, they just kind of do things, and most of it, I was just thinking about it earlier, of the of how the show, like, season 7, 8, and 9 just become the Power Rangers, and I'm just like, I'm all in for it.
Yeah.
Like, they're throwing lightning stars or whatever, they're running on lightning or something, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm just vibing with all of it, and like, I don't know,
Yeah.
all the stuff about like doing the Darkest Night storyline or the Forever War or something. Like, it sounds way out there, but honestly, I'm just kind of let's do it.
It's like Eric Wallace is tough because he's done some incredible storylines. There are some really cool things in there, and then it just feels like he's drunk. And it's like, well, let's, like, there's that quote where it's like, oh yeah, like in season 10, we would have brought back Julian and Patty, and then they would have been a crime-fighting, relationship duo. But it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about right now?
Yeah, there's stuff like that, and then there's, it's, I don't know, I'm more acceptable to like that kind of crazy stuff than most people, but other times it's just like, freaking tone it back a little bit, just back it up.
There's a time and a place. There's too much of a good thing. And Cecile is one of those things where it's like, I liked her in the start. I liked her in those early seasons, and I defended her a lot over the years until I couldn't.
I think it's just really funny that she becomes a kid, that she just starts flying out of nowhere. Like in the finale, she just flies, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, heck yeah.
Yeah,
I can
go down a rabbit hole
doing stuff like that. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm vibing with it, to be honest. I don't like it that much, but I'm just enjoying. I'm just here for the ride,
Sure. And
yeah, let's do it.
And you know what? That's all you can do. And you know what?
Yeah.
By the end, it's like, I do remember the final scene being like her proposal, the like Joe thing, and I remember walking out of the room being like, "This is the final scene of the show." Okay, all right, this is. We had a post-credit scene, thankfully, but still, I was like, oh boy,
that was the last scene of the entire show, that would have been tragic.
Not only that, the final scene of the entire Arrowverse, technically.
I mean, well, okay, if you don't count Superman and Lois, then
Superman of Earth Prime, I guess.
Earth Prime, yeah. If you don't count that, yeah.
Which I actually think the actual open the actual final scene with like him running through this, that's awesome. That's a great final shot.
That's my favorite scene of the show. I think it's so good.
Yeah, thank God they added that little
score. Yeah, like all of that was just so good.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit. Already, after our Cecile rant, which happens every now and again, more than you would think, Hazbin Hotel. Now, if you guys have not seen Hazbin Hotel and you care about spoilers, go now or forever hold your peace. We're talking about episodes 3 and 4 of the season. Week 1, I liked the last week's episodes. I said last week I thought it was a good starting point. It felt like they were getting their feet wet. It's just like, hey, remember who we are, remember what our themes and our ideas and our songs, and just kind of splashing around a little bit. But I was like, okay, all right, let's see where they go from here. And I think this is the point of the season where it is a big like make or break. Like, I think 3, 4, 5, and 6 are always going to be those most important episodes because that is the meat of the season. Like the first 2 is setting things up, the last 2 are wrapping it all up. Those middle 4 are the meat and potatoes of the whole season, I would imagine. how are you feeling on the season? Are you liking what you're seeing? How are you feeling on these episodes? How are you feeling on the show? Because we've never talked about this show before, I guess.
Yeah, so I did a rewatch of season 1, like the day season 2 came out,
Okay.
and I think I liked it when it came out, and then I rewatched it and I liked it less when
Oh,
when
really?
it's focusing on the redeeming sinners part of the show and they're actually like doing the exercises or whatever. Like that I really liked. But the whole heaven versus hell conflict that they try to shoehorn in, I didn't really care that much.
Interesting.
Um it just felt like they promoted it as this thing and then they're gonna do the other thing, you know? Like it feel I remember seeing a comment on a YouTube video that described it best. It feels like two if for an entire show that was shoehorned into like half a season. And that's how I feel about it. Because it just feels very quick to be doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And especially since the entire season takes place over the course of 6 months, like there's some small references. I don't know if many people caught up on it, but it's 6 months in only 8 episodes, and they rush a
Yeah.
lot of things, and some moments feel unearned because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, when it's focusing on the redeeming sinners part, I liked it. And every episode, I don't remember disliking except episode 6. I don't like that episode that much. But like season 1, I think is okay. The songs are
Okay,
good.
interesting.
Animation's good. Voice acting is good. But the actual story was fine.
Sure.
But season 2, I've actually been enjoying it a lot more. I think.
Interesting.
I think it's just because the story feels like a lot simpler. Like it's so fun. I mean, there's still the heaven stuff, but it doesn't feel like that big of a factor yet. It's like mostly focused on the V's and like how they're operating as a team or whatever. And I've enjoyed it a lot. The premiere I think it's my favorite episode of the show, just because it didn't try to. Well, it does a lot of things, but it does it, I guess, better paced. I guess
Interesting. Okay.
it just and sets a standard for the season that I actually liked. You
Okay.
know, I don't know.
I
That's how. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, you're fine. I definitely agree with the pacing. Like I adore season 1 a lot. I love that season a lot. I think it needed another at least 2 to maybe 4 episodes to really tell the story, because I definitely agree. Like I think from after I think there needed to be 1 episode before they go to heaven, and then maybe like 2
Yeah,
more episodes after they find out about the extermination, or like that it's been moved up again and they're
yeah,
heading. Like I think there needed to be a little bit more. I think especially like with the characters, like there are some character beats that are just like, the Serpentious stuff and like a lot of like the Adam stuff and the Loot stuff, I think could have used a little bit more. But it does feel like it's making up for it a little bit of this season, because this season I think has the benefit of not needing to. All the world building and character building is kind of done. Like they have set the
yes,
stage. Like season 1 needed to set up everything. They needed to introduce 20 characters, introduce this world. If you had not seen Hell of
the
a Boss, which
pilot,
most
or
people have
yeah, and Hell
not.
of a Boss.
Yeah, like if you had not seen, they had to set up this entire world, this entire I mean, even if you have, like, it sets up this entirely new ecosystem and lore and, foundation that I think it's done very well, but that takes up a lot of time, especially when your episodes are only 20 minutes long.
Yeah,
Which this season's fixed that, because now they're 30 minutes long, which I think you do feel like it feels like a
yeah,
decently length episode. Like again, like if you're watching these back to back, these are these are hour-long episodes, if you're watching them like this. So it is almost like it's basically a 4-hour show in total now.
yeah.
Which definitely helps it a bit. Um I don't know if I'd say I like this season more yet or not. I think I need I think I do think I enjoyed that first season more so far, but maybe that is just like, it's weird to say it, but like nostalgia in a weird way that I sometimes feel
Okay.
with like a first season of a show. I think like when there's a first season of a show you really dig, it can be hard to top it because it's like, oh, this is the like I had the memory of falling in love with the show for the first time, and so I'm kind of like, is the season better? Or is it? I don't know. I don't know. It's too early. Although I do think 4 is a good component. I think so far the 4s have been the best episodes of their remaining shows. Like the
Yeah,
episode 4 in season 1, the like Loser Baby episode, incredible,
that song is so good. That's the
incredible
best song in
episode.
season 1, I think. Keith David, my beloved, he voices the president in Rick and Morty. All right, I don't need to say anymore.
Yeah, yeah. No, Keith
He's so
David.
good. But yeah,
I
that
love
song
Keith
and that whole
David.
episode was really good too.
I love he's so just willing to play such a like a brass character. Like there's like a campaign online that's like save Keith David from this. Keith David's having the time of his fucking life. He's on TikToks
Yeah.
like singing the songs, and it's like I love they gave him Loser Baby of all the songs, which is arguably the most I don't know, not Keith David song, I would imagine. Like, if I got Keith David for my cast, I'd be like, okay, let's give him a super classy, something jazzy. No. They're like, oh, let's give him the most perverted song in the entire series. And it's incredible. He kills it. I want more from Huss. I really do. I think he needs a lot more. He's still the character I feel like I know the least about, or like one of them. I guess outside of like Nifty, which we know quite literally nothing about.
Yeah.
But these episodes in general, I want to talk about episode 3. This kind of the follow-up of episode 1, kind of, with
It's
Charlie finding out
it's episode, yeah, well, more so to episode 1.
yeah, like a little bit of the last week, but like yeah, we're kind of picking, like they immediately pick it up. They're
Yeah.
like, this is where we are, this is what we're doing, dealing with the consequences of her now knowing, which I think was a very smart decision. I like they opened the season, like I think that's the strength of that first episode, is the characters not knowing what happened. They're just kind of going about it as if
Yeah.
he is dead, and they have not won yet. Like they don't know if what they're doing is possible yet, and that does change things. I think, especially with how they're operating their system. So episode 3 is like, okay, I need to show to Vox Tech that this is real, without having any proof, without thinking about any of your actions for more than 2 seconds at a time. I know a lot of people were pretty annoyed with Charlie this week. How were you feeling about her actions this week? Was she justified in losing her mind a little bit, or was she a bit annoying for you? Because I've heard some different takes.
Probably a mix of both. Like I understand both sides. Maybe the latter a little bit more, because I don't know. When I think about it, like she invites the people that's associated with Angel's abuser, and like Valentino and all that, into her place.
Yeah.
And like I get the reasoning why, but it comes off as kind of ignorant, maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably how I feel about it.
Is she in the wrong in episode 3? I do think so. I do think
Yeah.
I would say both these episodes. Like, is she morally in the right place? I'd argue she is not right now.
Yeah.
But I would argue maybe that is kind of the overall point. I do think we might get to a point in the show where Charlie is slowly redeeming these characters, and maybe she finds out by the end she also needs redemption for some of these actions. Like I really like the idea that like she was so busy and she was so focused on making other people a good person, or like redeeming them, that she forgot to be a good person herself in the process, and like loses herself almost in the pursuit of this. I think that stuff is very interesting to me. It's like she has good intentions. She is ultimately trying to help, but are you trying to help because it's the right thing to do, or are you trying to help because it suits your goals? And right now I do think it's because it's suiting her goals. It's treating her agenda is to get everyone to heaven. But it's like, but is that what's best for the people right now? Is that what's best for your friends right now? Because in this situation, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Especially when it comes to the mental health of our guests with angel dust, especially. And just the thing of like, hey, I don't feel comfortable here. They're going to take advantage of me. You've seen what the V's are capable of and what they can do, but she kind of just doesn't care. She's just like, well, no, this is what needs to happen. It's not, hey, would you be willing to do this? It's, hey, you have to do this because I kind of say so. And like, yes, people, Husk talks her into it and stuff like that, but
yeah,
it is interesting. And again, I'm wondering to see like what's her arc for the rest of the season, because so far she hasn't really spent time with the people of the hotel this season, like outside of her in this week. But again, that was all in prospects for, oh, it's on camera, oh, you have to do this, oh, it's because of this goal. Like we haven't seen her really do anything with the, I forget his name, but like our new hotelian that
Baxter?
we have this season. Baxter.
Yeah,
she hasn't done nothing. She hasn't done shit for him.
Yeah, they introduced. So I remember seeing, I think it was the clip at Comic-Con last year, where it was like the animatic of the first episode, and they introduced Baxter.
That's cool.
And I saw the clip, and I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna introduce like, because I remember hearing they got renewed for seasons 3 and 4, and now 5, I think. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe they could introduce new hotel residents like every season.
Yeah.
And like back like that, I thought that'd be so cool. And but like he's done nothing. He showed up in the first episode and like, welcome to the hotel, Baxter. And I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait for all the awesome character interactions. And there's the one scene in episode 3 with Cherry Bomb.
Flashback,
and it's all for like the Serpentia stuff. And if he does nothing, I'm gonna be mad because if they mixing up my words here. If he doesn't really do anything this entire season.
Again, I think like, I adore the show, but I do think it's one of the show's weak links. Wait, I screwed up that word. Weak links. It's like the show has too many characters, and they sometimes have to pick and choose who they do their thing with. It's the first 3 episodes had no Alistair. We haven't done anything with Husk really. Maggie a little bit, but she's like very much like in support of Charlie, and that's kind of it so far.
Yeah.
Nifty still hasn't had anything. And
I think worse than the song in episode 4. Once we just talk about that episode.
But... And then Lucifer, he's had like one scene with Alistair, and that's a little disappointing to me too, because I was so excited to have like, oh, he's part of the main cast now, he's part of the actual thing. I mean, he's had a couple of scenes, like he had a little bit in like episode 1 and a little thing, but like he's not a character yet. He's a support system for other characters.
It feels like episode 5 might be more focused on him, so I can't wait to see that. But he's just kind of there. I don't hate him, but he just exists. He's just kind of vibing. But...
And again, like, I don't want it to come across as I'm not like, because I'm actually loving the season. But sometimes it does feel like characters are like NPCs where they're only activated when they have a scene in front of them. It's like, oh shit, okay, it's Lucifer's episode. He's here, So it'll be interesting. Okay, I'm gonna read off a couple of these comments here really quickly. Oh, this is for the Flash. Okay, by the way, I love the final season of Flash, but I'm going to agree with okay. Fair.
True, I agree with that a little bit. That's my opinion.
Hazbin season 2, episode 3 and 4. They were very wild.
Very wild.
Keith David
can do anything.
Keith David can do anything. He's great.
Keith David.
He won that I don't remember what award it was, but like he won like an award recently. I think it was to have his, what is it, like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I think. Like he got his
he had
the video of him, like he's like crying.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like, I love him. So good.
He's so good.
Chris said, I was also mixed on Charlie this week. The reasoning makes sense, but the execution feels off. Yeah. I gotta see just where it's going. Because so far, she has been a lot and I have to think it's like a narrative reason, and I like
Yeah.
and like yeah, again, I do think that's the point, because like the whole ending of the show, like I like Angel Dust's bit where it's like you can only say sorry so many times until it means nothing anymore. Like I know
Yeah.
you mean well, I know you're trying, but you just keep doing it. Like you don't. She says sorry, but she doesn't fix her behavior. She hasn't fixed her behavior yet. Like
Yeah.
this is the same stuff that got her in trouble in season, like last year's episode 4 with Angel Dust, where she pushing him past his point where he wasn't safe, and like it kind of feels like it's in a similar boat here. But I loved the songs in episode 3. I probably the only time I'll ever say the sentence, I loved Piss. Piss was a great song.
Out of context, that sounds wild. I love
Let's do it.
this.
Let's do the clip. I love Piss. Piss was incredible. Piss was my favorite part of the episode. And clip. There you go, TikTok. Have fun. No, I love, not to shout out another channel, but I love the like Danny Mata reactions, and like he was saying he got like hundreds of DMs being like, you're gonna love Piss. Piss is the, and he's just like, what the hell are you talking about? Like I don't want to watch this now. I was like, that's hilarious. That's awesome.
See, I was also surprised. W Piss. We love Piss. Yeah. I want to say I was also. It's so conflicting because I do actually like that song. Like I was surprised that a song called Piss would be actually really good to listen to.
Awesome.
But it's another one of those things that I talked about when I brought up season 1, and there being like a lot of unearned moments. Like this felt one of them. The whole Cherry Bomb, or Cherry Bomb and Serpentious love thing. Like I just can't really. I can't really care about it too much because, like, they only get the one interaction, I think, in the pilot, and that's all there is until episode 6 of the actual show.
They needed a bit more in season 1, and again, that can go for a lot of characters. Like, there's a lot of that.
I feel like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you again.
No, it's fine. I do think this episode does a lot for her character, though. Like, because I did go from like not liking really at all in season 1. Like, I was like, I don't care, to quite liking her this episode. Here's my devil's advocate, though. I also don't think either characters actually knew how they felt either. Like, I think a little of it was the point. Like, this episode, it's her doing the, like, realization of, like, oh, this is what that feeling was. I thought we were just rivals, but now that he is gone, I miss having that person around, in the equivalent of, like, a kindergartner pulling on a girl's hair because he thinks they're pretty. It's, like, this dynamic of, like, oh, that was their love language. They just didn't know it yet, and mourning that. I really appreciated that. Would have it hit harder if they spent more time in season 1? Yes. But I could say that for, like, almost every plot line this season of, like, oh, that should have been blank, or that should have been blank, where it's like, I could have used a bit more time to breathe and to operate, but I liked it a lot. I think that's my hot take. I know most people would say Gravity. I think this, I'm gonna say it, Piss is my favorite song this season. I don't know, that's the one. I'm just having it on repeat. I've been listening to it so much, but Gravity is like, I get why people say Gravity.
So good. I listened to it earlier this morning and like all day during work. Like whenever we're not actually working, I would just play this song. They dropped it like a few weeks before the season came out. I've been listening to like every day since then. It's too good for this show. I'm watching the actual clip, like the animation and the music and the vocals and all that.
The animation's insane. Yeah.
It's so good. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what is this? It's so good.
Gravity is this year's Loser Baby, I think.
It is. It's so
and like similar with like Loser, like I love Loser Baby. It's not my favorite song from season 1, but like I understand why it's like, well, it's like, okay, that's the song. It's like Let It Go. It's like, okay, Let It Go is like the Frozen song. Is it the best Frozen song? Maybe, maybe not. But like, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
But no, that was good. And then the Charlie song was also very solid. I liked Piss more. I'm gonna do that bit the whole episode. I love it.
Don't even call it a song, just call it Piss.
Piss. Love Piss. This is awesome. I hope my parents aren't listening from the other room. This would not be good. No, I liked her little song. I liked her little slow decline of her sanity, I guess, just in general in this
she was
episode
losing it
of
the
just
entire song, the whole bit.
it's really good. It's really like, okay, do this and do this, and she's slowly unraveling. I do like the bit where it's like, do it all again. Maybe heaven wasn't paying attention. That's funny. That's a good bit. I like that it's literally like, become Serpentious. That must be it.
That's the whole she's trying to morph Angel Dust into Serpentious because he's like now the prime example of how to, get into heaven. So the first time it's ever happened.
Which part of me wants to be like, well, shouldn't it be common sense to be different for each person? You would think, but I also just go to like, she's having a moment. She's probably not thinking clearly. Like I can understand she's under pressure in this moment of just like, people, like the most powerful overlords in hell are watching, and if this doesn't go well, it could ruin the entire reputation of the hotel. So I can understand in this moment she's just trying anything. She's like, let's just do, maybe he's this chosen one and you have to just look like him and that's what works. I don't know.
They try to recreate the whole like circumstance that led to him going to heaven.
The whole train bit. Charlie's like, Danny Too Bad was hilarious. I like that a lot.
That whole bit was so funny.
It's funny.
Nonchalantly, I cut the brakes off.
It's good. It's good. I like it. But I also just like the commentary of just like, how do I say this? Like, this is something that like the like Good Place tackles a lot in their show, but it's like, in trying to go to heaven, does that eliminate your possibilities of going to heaven? Like, I feel like if you are doing all this just to be redeemed, I'm not sure you can be redeemed. I feel like because you're doing it for selfish reasons, which is a sin, So, like, I feel like when Serpentious did it, he didn't do it in the thought of like, oh, this may get me to heaven. He did this because he didn't want his friends to die. He didn't want the people he cared about to die, and that was a selfless act. So again, I think them actively being like, oh, we are going to redeem you today, and your whole purpose of doing this right now is to redeem you, I don't think would work. I think it kind of cancels itself out. And so, that all was interesting. The Angel Dust stuff is also interesting, of just like, he killed his father on Earth and which got him to hell. How do you redeem that?
Upon that? I'm assuming they will.
Yeah.
It was just a quick mention, but I hope they, lead into. I remember a lot of people. I don't know if it was like a theorizing thing or not, but they just kept saying that he was a part of the mafia, like Angel Dust, based on their attire or something, and maybe something that Vivzy Pop said, the creator of the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's gonna be totally legit or not, but either way, I hope we get to see if they expand on that.
Yeah, context is gonna be huge, because like, okay, well, why? Why did you kill your father?
Yeah.
Did you feel like it? Was it abuse? Were you defending yourself? And then like, I did
someone else.
Yeah, yes. Like, was it self-defense? And like, and I do like the question it opens up is like, how do you atone for that? Like, how do you fix that? Is it just like, is the idea is just like, oh, you have to like forgive yourself? Is that the idea? Is like, or is it like kind of like the real life a little bit sometimes, where it's like, well, sometimes murder is unforgivable. Like, are there sins in hell that are simply unforgivable and you can't redeem yourself for? Like, Serpentious, while yes, what he did, well, not speaking up is wrong, he technically did not commit the sin himself. And most of
Yeah.
that came down to his own self respect, I guess, and like his own self-worth is like, oh, I've done this terrible thing by not speaking up, thus I deserve what's happening to me. Where like something like Angel Dust or even like Alistair, which we'll get to in a second here, it's like, oh, well, you were actively a bad person. Like, how do you redeem Alistair and everything he did? Can you? Is that even possible? Or is that a line that's too far to cross? It would be my question. Be interesting. Okay, episode 2 though. Episode 2. I'm sorry, episode 4. It's the second episode of this, but episode 4. This was the episode I was waiting for all season. I was like, okay, this is cool. This is nice. Where's Alistair? Give me the Alistair lore. That's the thing I've been waiting for. Alistair is my favorite character in the show in terms of just presence and just coolness. I just think he's a cool little guy. And I was curious kind of going into season. I was like, okay, will knowing more about him affect my opinion on him? Because I do think a lot of my love for the character comes from just like the mystery around it, I guess, and just like, who is he? I love him, but like, who is this little weird creature? What do you think of all the kind of twists and turns? Because we did a lot in episode 4. There's a lot of reveals, a lot of dynamics, a lot of flashbacks, a lot of dynamics explored. So like, how did you feel kind of coming out of that episode?
A part of me feels like satisfied for like the Alistair stuff a little bit, but also maybe like tad bit underwhelmed. Like, I don't know. A part of me feels like it's too early. Like, you have a big mystery in the show, of like one of the main characters.
Okay.
And I don't know. Feels, maybe that's just to me, but it feels like kind of early to be doing some, especially since like he was gone for 7 years and Lilith was gone for like 7 years or something.
Right.
And they mentioned in episode 4 that the exterminations had been going on for 7 years. So
all connected?
It feels all connected, and I'm pretty sure there's like a reason for it that'll be probably expand upon in season 3 or 4 or 5 now, I guess. But I feel like maybe, at least to me, that feels like something that would come later instead of like the beginning of, or like almost halfway into season 2. But I mean, it was cool to see his like human form and all that in his human life.
Yeah.
Him being, I guess, his soul being owned by Rosie of all characters. I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, interesting.
Because we just got introduced to her at the very end of season 1 in the one episode. So for them to bring her back immediately and then say, "Oh, it's actually her," because they teased in episode 5 of last season that he was also on a leash, and he got pretty upset by that. And with his disappearance, I mean, I'm pretty sure the obvious theory is like, oh, he's owned by Lilith or something like that. Which I do like the curveball that it is Rosie, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel satisfying because there's only the one mention, and then for them, like, oh, it's this character,
Sure.
Like, maybe it'll be. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you again. But
no, you're good. I think I definitely understand. I don't know if I fully agree, but I definitely understand that point of view. I wonder if it will work better for you once we learn more about it, because it feels like we've just got like a piece of the puzzle where it's like, oh my gosh, we've learned all this stuff, but there's a whole puzzle board that's still like has no pieces left. It's like, okay, Rosie's behind this. Like, there's even the point where it's like, don't, don't say anything, like a little like fourth wall break. I'm like, nah, not too much, just a little bit, just a little bit. I do have a lot of questions about Rosie. Mainly, who is she? Like, how does she? What is her level in hell? Why can she just make Alistair the most powerful demon in hell? I've heard a couple people bring this up, and like I was also thinking, like, how can any demon just, can any like overlord just do that? it seems that feels like it would be a power struggle. Where does her power come from? Who is she exactly?
Yeah.
You know, like, because
hmm.
like, yeah, like I would have assumed if anyone could do that, it'd be like Lilith or Lucifer or even like an angel or something. So who
Yeah.
is she? She can't just be like a regular demon. She has to be, I think, someone special. I don't know. So that is going to be curious. What does she want with Charlie? They clearly need Charlie for something, or the
Yeah.
hotel. What was the deal exactly that Alistair had? Was it just to keep Charlie safe, or was it for the hotel to succeed? Or I have a feeling it has something to do with Charlie's powers. I think I have a feeling Rosie just wants them because we've seen little glimpses of it over the last couple of, I guess, 2 seasons now. Like we had it in like episode 3 when she goes all like demon mode. I'm like, that's interesting. That feels like something everyone's just a little bit of afraid of. So I have a lot of questions about it. But I like that it's Rosie. I think I like the contrast of her personality. I like that she is just kind of like butterfly and rainbows and it's all good deer and oh boy, but secretly she's like the worst of them. Like I like this idea that she is like on the outside a nice charming, demon, but inside she's like the worst. She's like the most evil
Yeah.
one of all. Like I like that dynamic if played right. We haven't seen it yet. Maybe she is just a nice person, but like I'm ready for that shoe to drop. I'm ready to see like, okay, who is she? Is she going to be the actual main villain of the show? Because I know a lot of people have said it's like Alistair will be the final big boss of the show.
Yeah.
Like I think she at least has to be a main villain of a season, at least.
Maybe next season, maybe season 3 is
Maybe
like maybe Rosie's the villain.
I would like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, like I feel like what you said a bit ago. If when they answer a lot of this stuff, like what does she want with the hotel exactly?
Yeah.
And stuff. Maybe it'll probably work better for me. I don't hate it. I want to say I don't dislike it. But probably when when the answer's revealed, I'll probably like it a bit more.
Sure. Which is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It is like I think that happens a lot with a lot of shows where it's like, well, I don't like the same. Once you get the full picture, it's like, oh wait, okay,
Then it
not as
starts to make
bad.
sense
Yeah.
and it starts to work. It starts to click, I guess.
I had that with like Stargirl a lot, where like I like in like the first half of a season, I'd be like, well, this is stupid. I don't like this, and then they would be like, oh, we did this because of this, and I was like, oh no, well now I love it. That's incredible. Like that's great. So it's, I don't know. It's I'm liking it so far, but yeah, I definitely have to see. Charlie goes back on the news, which I thought was stupid. I don't know. I thought like
I agree with the here that it feels like a retread of the pilot, where she, like, that whole bit where she goes on the news. That's because it reminded me a lot of it.
Yeah, which it seems like maybe like I thought it was canon before. Maybe it's not because what is it? Katie Killjoy doesn't like that. That's their first time meeting here. It's like thought they met in the pilot.
Wait, really? I didn't notice that. Was that in the episode?
Yeah. She's like, I'm Katie Killjoy. Nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. And it's like they were playing it off as it was their first. I was like, so wait, is this? Did they make the pilot because I really like the pilot. I thought the pilot.
I rewatched the pilot a few days ago, and I still really like it.
It adds a lot to a lot of characters, I think. Like especially like Angel Dust. Like there's a lot there for that specific character. And like Cherry Bomb, it's probably like she gets more in that pilot than she gets in like the actual first season. So
that's crazy. I did not even realize that. I just forgot about it, but because I didn't really like that whole subplot. But them being like, oh, the pilot might not actually be canon. This is their first time meeting or something. Especially since in the first episode, like it acts like the pilot is canon, and there's a screenshot of Charlie, in the next to Katie Killjoy.
Okay,
it's like reanimated in the new style. That's like reminiscent of the pilot. Like, so did they just scrap the whole thing, or because they did that with Hell of a Boss? The actual pilot's not canon anymore. They just made a new one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the pilot's good. Like I think it works well. Like maybe they just wanted to do the subplot again for the main audience, but like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
like I agree. It is definitely a retread of that episode. I'd feel better about it if she didn't just like. I would have hoped she learned her lesson at least a little bit in episode 3, and it does just feel like she's just doing it again. Like she's not listening to people.
Yeah,
She's getting
like,
people in trouble. You should know that this whole industry is this corrupt hellscape. I would have preferred if she's like, okay, I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna chat with Baxter this week and like get to know him and try to like get him integrated. Like I would have liked that a little bit.
that would have been
There's
so
some
much
funny
better.
bits. There's some funny bits in there. I like the Nifty stuff a lot.
The Nifty song was so out of nowhere, but I enjoyed it.
Great.
At first, I was like, I was off put a little. I was off put by it a little bit, but I rewatched that bit and I re-listened to the song, and I like it. I vibe with that.
It's fun. It's fun. Does it add a lot? Not yet. I think this might be one of those scenes that we look back on and be like, oh, there was some stuff in there that we need to uncover. It is my current headcanon that she is the most traumatic character in the show. We just don't know it yet because she doesn't communicate like the rest of us do. I think she has some like fucked up backstory.
Oh.
I think there's something messed up about her inside. I don't know what it is yet, but I liked her little like K-pop anime style little jingle. I don't know what to think about a lot of that. There's some funny bits in there. I like Katie Killjoy's being like, I'm not homophobic, I just hate gay people. Great joke.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love that bit too. I keep forgetting. I keep remembering.
Especially since it's Brandon Rogers.
It's Brandon Rogers. I love that guy.
It's
I've watched some of his videos on YouTube. He's so funny. See, that's another thing I'm conflicted about because I love Brandon Rogers. He's so funny. I love him as Blitzo. But I rewatched the pilot and I'm thinking the old voice is kind of better. I feel like having Brandon Rogers as Katie Killjoy was just an excuse for him to be on the show.
They wanted to. It feels like those two casts are kind of just one cast at this point. Like, the cast of Hazbin is in Hell of a Boss. The cast of Hell of a Boss is in Hazbin. So, like,
sooner or later they're gonna recast Tom Trench as freaking Richard Horvitz as Moxie. Yeah. At one point, they're gonna do it.
He played a role. It hasn't been a big role, but I think he did play some role this season. I could be wrong though.
Oh, really?
I think like it was like a small little side. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, I don't even remember. I didn't even notice it. He voices Chaos from Skylanders. I feel like it'd be instantly recognizable to me. So
to me, it's like Alpha 5. Like I hear his voice, I'm like, that's Alpha 5. I just Power Rangers. It's like that's Alpha. I don't know. Big Vox lore dump this week. I loved everything with Alistair v Vox. I thought that stuff was really good.
So much in this season. He's becoming my favorite character in this season so far.
I think they've done a fantastic job. Like this season has reminded me a little bit of this is a really weird reference. Reminded me a little bit of like Slade Wilson from Arrow, and just the way that's like how they're doing that transition of this character. It's like, okay, this character has been introduced in season 1 as this kind of side-ish character you don't look too much into, but then season 2 they kind of come into the foreground and they are the main threat. And so I hope they really continue to do that, because I think with that logic, every season should have a better villain than the previous one, because you have like these characters. Like, I love the idea of like we said, next season's Rosie. Rosie's the villain, and we will have had then 3 seasons worth of Rosie, and then it's like Lilith, and we've had Lilith for blah blah blah. I don't know when they'll introduce her, but then it's Alistair. We've had Alistair for 5 seasons, So like, I like this idea that you are slowly like by the end you're like, oh, I know this villain very well. He's a very developed villain, and he whatever. Vox is great. I like that he's just this little what's the word? He's just hurt. He's just a hurt guy that hasn't processed his feelings very well. It's like he was in a bad breakup and he just never got over his ex, and that's kind of the root of all of his issues. Not all of his issues. I know he was like a cult leader in the real world, so he was still a shit guy, obviously, but like intensified by rejection. The fight was insane. I think
The fight was really good. The animation was awesome.
I don't like again. I think the animation this season has been like on another level.
It's been really good, at least better than 1 to me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. Anytime I think about season 1 animation, I think of the very first episode. It's like the first song in the season.
Yeah.
Where it's like a weird cut at like the beginning of it, and then Vaggie just disappears. Did you see that? Like, it's like it's in the very first episode where she starts singing, and it's like
and she just vanishes.
Yeah, she just vanishes and then reappears. Like stuff like that. Just but like season 2 has been so much better in the animation department.
It looks gorgeous. Yeah,
it really does look so good.
But yeah, no, like that fight's great. I love that Alistair. I do really like there's such a focus on that he is damaged. I think most shows would have just had him heal off screen from the effects of season 1, which I assumed is I hadn't even had it in mind before this episode. It's like, oh yeah, he did face off against an archangel. Like I didn't really think about like the consequences of that. He is just a regular sinner. He's just a regular demon against an angel. It makes sense that Adam kicked his ass. And I like those consequences to that. I like that he's not as powerful. I like that his ego is bruised by no longer being the most powerful sinner in hell because of his actions. I like that kind of like, okay, I promise you that you would be the most powerful sinner in hell. I never promised that you'd stay that way. Like I never promised that you would always be, like I like that there's consequences, and I like that Alistair kind of has to like do these loopholes, and it's tough because I don't know what the hell his plan is right now. Like he's clearly playing the long game, and it, like a part of me wants to be like, well, this is dumb, Alistair. What are you doing? But I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what your long game is. Like there's even that line in that third song where it's like, what is it like? Let's see what happens in the third act or something. Where it's like, okay,
he did mention that when you lose your marbles in Act 3.
In Act 3, yes, that's it. So it's like this is clearly the long game. This is clearly doing the whatever. But it's like, okay, you leave these two alone. You leave Charlie alone, and I will be your prisoner. It's like, okay. Is this just to protect Charlie? Is this your idea? Like, okay, Charlie is safe from Vox, which means I'm off the hook from Rosie. Which means,
maybe this is like some way that he's gonna, because I know at the end of the finale song for last season, he was gonna like unclip his wings or something, like find a way.
Yeah,
it's good. The constraints might be. What was it? I'm trying to think of the constraints of my deal must surely have a back door or something.
Yes.
That's what I remember from the final song.
Right.
So maybe this is it, and by the end of the season, or by the end of maybe like a future season, like he's actually free. He's got his soul or whatever,
Which is
probably the start of it. Yeah.
Which is like Alistair has been terrifying when he hasn't had full control. Like, I think this episode is the first time we've actually seen Alistair. Everything before now has been this face that he's put on for Charlie. That's just this pleasant, I'm here to help you. What's going on? Yes, he's creepy, but like this isn't the real Alistair. This wasn't the real Alistair. I think that opening scene when he's in his bedroom, he's drinking the scotch, he's putting out the cigarette. That was like, oh, that's like that. Like, that's Alistair. That is the real Alistair right there, and that's scary. I think I loved that stuff. And again, just the concept of him being free in hell without the restrictions is terrifying. I am really curious to see, which is, I think helps to many people's theories that he's going to be the ultimate big bad of the whole show. I don't know yet. I could see it being a couple people. I could see it being Lilith or Rosie even. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, that is scary. Does he have any true connections at all to the hotel? It seemed like last season I would have said like he had some interest. Like it seemed like, yes, he had his own means, but he still had an interest in Charlie and stuff like that. This episode shows me he didn't give a fuck. He cared nothing for this girl. It was all just for Rosie and whatever her plan is. So again, I have so many questions about just like where we're going, what are we doing, why, like what's the direction we're going, how do you get out of this situation? And just where do we go next week with like, what does Charlie do with this new information? Does she try and like break him out? Is this like a jailbreak episode?
I was thinking I was gonna do Prison Break, and
That'd actually be kind of sick. Actually,
I would have loved that. I remember there was Lucifer like burning down the Vox Tower. I think it was from a trailer or something. So that's gonna have some effect.
Yeah.
Going forward, I think. But I don't really know where they could go. I was thinking, trying to think, maybe Alistair like does have like pure intentions for like the hotel and Charlie, and that this is just his way in. He's gonna like double cross the V's.
Sure.
Maybe this will be Vox's like downfall or something because of this. You know, he thinks he's won, so you know maybe it's like that. I don't really know where they could go with this, but I'm all in for it.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of different. I feel like there's a few different directions they could go with this going forward.
Yeah, I wonder if like, yeah, like what are Alistair's actual goals? Because like we saw like via like the flashback stuff, it's like originally at least it's just he wanted to just keep doing what he was doing. He wanted to keep tormenting people, keep killing people, keep doing his radio shit, keep doing that forever. Basically, was kind of his thing. Is that it still? Because if that's it, I'm kind of like, all right, well, just keep doing your thing over there, you know. So, but like now that he's in heaven, does he have more aspirations? Does he want to lead? Does he want to? Maybe he also wants to take over heaven. What are his actual goals? Because again, everything we've seen in the show so far have been Rosie's, right? Like those have been her goals. What are his? That's going to be interesting. I did like the whole like making a deal with the devil thing. I thought that was fascinating. I like that he's like, no, I just want to keep doing it. So like just let me keep doing it once I die. I do think his death was fated. I think it's like, okay, you're making this deal with me. I'm gonna make you die. I think it was Rosie's being like, okay,
that almost
like your fate has been sealed.
Right afterwards. So
yeah, because like there's that one shot when he's making the deal that like you see his like silhouette in the background that has like deer horns.
Yeah.
And that makes me think it's like, okay, in that moment he sealed his own fate. He sealed his own death. So that's interesting as well to me. Songs this week. I'm trying to think of all the songs. I like the Alistair and Rosie song. Not my favorite song, but I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Even more though, I liked the reprieve of it between Vox and Alistair in the ending. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
It worked, and then I loved the like whole back to the like, and you should have stayed gone bit that ended all. It's
There's
like that's such
4 references, and so it's you said a reprieve.
Yeah.
I keep calling it a reprise. Is that same thing? Does it matter?
I'm not a theater kid, but I think it's like just a different way to say it. But
I've always just said it reprise, so I think
I think that's what I said.
So it's a reprise from "Don't You Forget," which is the song earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
The final bit is like musically similar to "Once We Get Up There" in the first episode.
Yes.
I love that song too. They reference "The Show Must Go On" from the title finale, but also the line from the final song, and then "Stayed Gone." That's like 4, I'm pretty sure, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
In the one song, and I was like, "Wow, that was really Vox and Alistair's song, awesome."
It was really awesome. No, it works very well. I like their dynamic. I understand why people ship them to the point. It's like Vox also. It's okay. It's weird because I definitely kind of read it as like Vox wants something there and Alistair, like that's how I read it. Like they like set it up as like a friendship, you know, like we could be the bestest friends, but I'm like, is that really what you want, buddy? Is that really, you know, it feels to me like there was something there, and then, you know, Alistair is just clearly just like not into seemingly anybody. It doesn't seem like that's the way
Just does not care.
Yeah, and I think he's canonically ace, so it's like it seems like he's just like that's not his state, which I think it's great that that community has that representation. And there are very few rep in that areas of just television and movies in general, so I think that's awesome. But no, I think it's definitely interesting. I mean, I feel like I've been rambling a lot here. Is there anything that you want to talk about from these episodes? We've been an hour already, so like, is there things I haven't mentioned yet that you would like to bring up?
Let me think about this. I'm trying to. We're all from these episodes. There's a few stray thoughts, I guess. I'm trying to think. There was one that something I thought was kind of cool in the fight scene in episode 4. Was like Velvet's power. Like she sets up a pole and then she uses that as like a bow and arrow. That was awesome. And then Husk's like magician related powers. I was not expecting that. But he's throwing cards everywhere. He pops out of his hat or whatever. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Valentino does like the smoke thing, and then when he fires a bullet through the smoke, like the formation of it makes a heart. I don't know if you noticed that.
That's cool.
Or so I'm pretty sure it was something like that. But I thought like that little detail was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm wondering because I guess I didn't expect everyone to have powers. I guess I was wondering. Like, is that like an overlord thing?
It's gotta because I'm trying to think. Can any human sinner just become an overlord just by gaining power? Is that it, or demon or whatever?
I think so.
I don't know because I know I've seen an image online where it's like the hierarchy of like power leveling, power scaling, or whatever.
Right.
Like there's like Hellborn at the bottom, and then Sinners, and then Goetia, and all of this.
Right.
So, I don't know. It confuses me a lot because of that, because there's like so many different like levels.
And then there's everything that like Hell of a Boss has established as well, which I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Before season 3, I'm gonna have to re-dive into that because there's so much lore just stuffed in that show where it's like, oh my gosh, everything about like the like demon empire within the world is so like large in that show. But yeah, like it seemed to me like I was not expecting Husk to have like superpowers. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, he's an overlord. That must mean he has these powers. But then I was like, does that mean Nifty was also an overlord in her past? Like that would be interesting. I actually kind of love the idea of that. Of like, okay, what was that like? And then like, what was her kind of journey with that? Yeah, no. Then again, yeah, like that fight scene was incredible. I loved what they were doing there. Yeah, I think that's all I have.
That's all I can think of right now. I'm probably gonna think of something after I leave or whatever, or soon or whatever. Like, oh, I should have talked about that. But as of right now, it's pretty much it. I think, as far as I can think of.
Let me go through some of these comments here. Chris said, "Alistair is the king." Would have preferred just to give a new character if they wanted Brandon on the show so much. Yeah, I mean, they could have gave Brandon Baxter. I feel like he could have fit that character range.
Yes.
I could have seen that. And I don't hate it though either. But like, I get it.
Yeah.
Chris said for me, he's Zim, XD, and Alpha 5 and Billy.
Oh, Richard Horvitz
and Mandy. Yeah, hard to choose between the three. No, he's legendary within the acting, the voice acting space. He's incredible. I love him. He's great. Alistair is canon asexual. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, well, I'm just finding out about this now. I did not know about this, so that's interesting.
I mean, it's one of those things. I feel like you have to kind of like watch the interviews and stuff like that. Like, it's not something the show itself has been like,
Yeah.
hey, that's me. Like, it's just
The only
not
time they did
natural
it
that
is
way.
recently where Charlie was like, I'm bi, you know?
Right, yes.
That was the only time, as far as I know.
Sure. But, like, Alistair is not a character to be, like,
Yeah, he's not just gonna
doing
outright
that.
say it. He's not gonna be like, yeah.
That's me. No, he's like, fuck off. Like, I am intrigued how Nifty got zeroed in on Alistair being in danger, side effect of her healing.
Oh,
That is another thing.
I love that. I remember.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I don't mean to
You're good.
speak over you.
You're good. You're good.
In the finale, like favorite scene in that finale, I think was the short conversation Alistair had with Nifty. Like, I don't know why, it just felt natural.
Yeah.
You know, they're probably my favorite characters of the season, or at least the funniest characters of the season. Yeah. So, in this episode, for her to quite literally rush out of her way to get Husk and then immediately go to Alistair to help him out, like, that was good. I like that.
There's a dynamic there.
Yeah.
That I don't think either have with any of the cast. Like, they feel almost like there feels like there's almost a bond that Alistair has with Nifty. Like, I think he did feel genuinely concerned about Husk and Nifty when they were about to get. Like, I think that was all part of his plan, but it did seem like he was like legitimately like wanting them to stay safe and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then
Husk, I don't think he gives a shit about. Nifty, though, I think is where it was like, oh, all right, calm down now. Like, you know, leave them be, or leave her be. So yeah, like, again, this season I need a Nifty episode. I really, really need a Nifty backflash. That is important to me because right now I do think she's one of the weaker characters, and just plainly, I don't know anything about her. Right, yeah. I know nothing. Yeah. Like, she's a fun little character, but I know nothing. I know nothing about her, so I need them to do more with her. For I can love her. Or rather, Alistair having her soul. If only Husk could have a connection to Dr. Facilier. Dr. Facilier works very well in this world. That like Princess and the Frog and Helloverse feels like they would be connected somehow. It feels like those feel like they would exist. Okay, I believe Angel is canon gay and Vaggie is canon lesbian, but I could be wrong. I believe it was confirmed somewhere, but forgot where. Yeah, no, it's the show does very well with their rep, so I think that's awesome. All right, let's move on to our second show here, which is Welcome to Derry, episode 3. If you guys have not been caught up on it, Welcome to Derry, we're talking spoilers about that show as well. Third week of let me take that again. Third week of Welcome to Derry. I'm on like a couple hours of sleep, so it's affecting me a little bit. Welcome to Derry, episode 3. We've had a fun couple weeks. We did the movies pipeline a couple weeks ago. That was fun. And then Halloween week, we did episode 1 and then episode 2 last week. What's your kind of vibe on the show so far? And like vibe on the movies as well in this kind of franchise and just vibes in general, I guess.
Yeah, so I also did a rewatch of the movies. I think it was... So I rewatched the first one after I watched the first movie, after I watched the first episode of Welcome to Derry. And then I spent the next day or two, I think, rewatching the second one. And both movies I really like. I know people aren't fond of the second one, but I think it's really funny. And I think it's also pretty enjoyable. Not as scary. Like, probably the first movie is, like, better as a horror movie. But, I don't know. I still really enjoy the second movie a lot.
Yeah.
Like, Bill Hader as Richie in that movie, he's so good. I remember I was telling my friend, I was like, yeah, so I told them that it's the voice of Flint Lockwood and Cat in the Hat from the next year movie. And they were like, no way.
Have you seen Barry?
Wait, what? Sorry?
Have you seen Barry, the show Barry?
Oh, Barry? No, I have not. I've heard of it, though.
He's the lead of that.
Is he in that, too?
He is yes. He plays Barry. It is one of the funniest shows, one of the best shows I've ever seen. If you like Bill Hader, I highly recommend that show.
I gotta get on this now. I gotta watch.
It's very short. It's like 4 seasons, 10 episodes each. Are all like 30 minutes. It's a really short show, but it's in my like rare S tier. It's fantastic. Side tangent. Whatever. Yeah, I liked this. This was an interesting episode. I think this was a big setting the stage. It feels like things are finally kind of getting going. I think if episode 2 is kind of like setting things up, setting the road, our characters are finally walking down the road. I feel like it feels like the adventure has officially started within this episode, with just everything that they're going through, everything they're doing, all the lore of the season. Things are starting to make sense. Things are aligning of like, oh, okay, this is where we're heading. This is where we're going. These are why characters are like this, and this is where we're building to. It feels like we officially have a roadmap for the season, I guess I'd say.
Yeah, I think this is my least favorite of the 3 so far, but it's still really good. I thought it was pretty good still. I don't know, like, I don't know. I think the like the scares, I guess, in this episode, because I know that's like something most people talk about, like just the horror scenes in general for these episodes. Sure. As far as I've noticed, that's like what I've seen the most talk on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if they are as effective as the first 2 episodes. Like the horror sequences, oh my god,
insane.
They're insane.
Yeah.
I would be sitting down, like I would watch these, and I'm thinking, what the fuck did I just watch? What is this? So I don't know if I love the ones in episode 3, but they're still good, you know. I mean, well, that last sequence in the cemetery looks weirdly shot, like when they're on the bicycles or whatever, and it's like up close to them, it almost looks like they're in front of a green screen.
It's very dark. It is sometimes hard to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it being the least scary episode of the bunch, mainly because the first 2 were so fucking horrifying. And I think they almost need to like take a little bit of breather. I think this episode
it did feel nice to like take a step back, but with how like insane the first episode, I was expecting every episode's gonna one up, you know. Now that's kind of how I felt like. So.
I definitely think they needed to calm down if they were going into like the final couple weeks, because I think those are going to have to be the scariest of the bunch.
Yeah.
So if they ramped from here, I don't think you can maintain that to the finale. Like, I think by the time you got to the final episode, it'd be like, it doesn't matter. I'm desensitized. I don't care. Nothing can scare me after this stuff. So I think you have to like, they grabbed people in those first 2. It's like, this is what we are. This is what we're capable of. And then it's like, okay, it's all right. Relax. It's chill. It's fun. It's, you know, whatever, which like got me last week, because like the first like 20 minutes of last week, I kind of forgot it was an It show. It's just kind of like a family drama. I'm like, all right, this is a fun little show.
I was vibe with it. And then
the bedroom scene is like the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like,
like the first 2 episodes were just kind of setting the stage, and now they're just going to be like, oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And then they're going to hit you with a truck again, like next week, and on and on. Like the first sequence in the first episode. Oh, wow.
It is.
I was not expecting that. Ew.
And then like, again, like you end with like the pickle scene at the end of the episode. And
the pickle scene.
So fucked. It's so just like those sequences last week. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I kept pausing. I was like, I don't want to watch this.
This is Pennywise in his prime. I don't know why he was lacking on the Losers Club or whatever in the movies, because he was just going freaking ham, killing all these kids and scaring them and all that.
Apparently, like the book has a canon for that, where it's like, oh, there was this like cosmic turtle that was like,
there's a lot of turtle imagery in these movies, specifically the show. I've started realizing, like every episode, there's like a shot of a turtle.
Which makes me think they're going to bring it in, which I would love. Like, I think it would have been too much for like the casual audiences in the movies to be like, what do you mean there's a fucking flying turtle in space that's protecting. Like, I think that would have been too much. But I think the show gives them more breathing room. Maybe by the time we get to like season 3, it's like, okay, it gives you more time to make that believable, to like give the audience a realistic like viewing of what that will be.
I would like to see if they're gonna go like the 3 seasons, that they like, if they are going to reveal this cosmic turtle entity, they like, so like in season 1 they just have the imagery, and then in like season 2 they start to reference it just a little bit more. Like some characters start to be aware of this, other being that's like adjacent, like opposite
Yeah.
of Pennywise, and then in season 3 we get like an actual reveal instead of just doing it immediately. I
Right.
would really like the slow burn that they do that.
I agree. I'm curious because they've said each season is going backwards. Like each season, it's like another 27 years backwards.
Oh,
So I think
splendid.
season 1 is going to be like the origin of everything. I think we're really going to see like who is Pennywise and what is he doing. And to the point, like this week, I was like, wait, are we doing it? Like because like we had the flashback. It's in the circus. I'm like, are we?
Yeah,
Are
are
we
we actually
seeing?
gonna?
Are we getting the one? Are we doing? And
Yeah.
it's like no, it's okay. It's it's Gamby from Black Lightning's origin story, and his thing, and I thought all that stuff was very cool. That got a couple of jumps out of me. I guess it reminded me of. Have you seen Monster House? The like old man from Monster House reminded me
I've
of.
seen a lot of clips from the movie. I don't think
Okay,
I can't remember if I've seen it or not, but I've seen bits of it here and
yeah.
there.
I don't know if I've seen the whole thing all the way through, but like that evil old man that dies on the front lawn, it like reminded me of that one, and like that one was that stuff was a little bit scarier, I thought, than the like the things in the final act of the episode. I thought those worked a little bit. I liked how the old man turned into this like giant like spider like
Like,
monster.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
so weird. I was
yeah.
also confused because like the girl could also see it. I thought it was just in the little like kid's mind. I didn't
Right,
know, the other girl was able to actually see him.
sure.
So that confused me a little bit, but it doesn't bother me too much. Um, and there's something that I remembered when you brought up like the flashbacks and stuff. I really dug the references to like, like the flashback to 1908, and
Hmm.
they referenced the Bradley Gang massacre of 1935 again. And they referenced it in the movies, as well as like the black spot in 1962, which is when season 1 takes place. I
Hmm.
do like, I'm assuming we're just gonna be building up to those events. I don't
Sure.
know if every season's gonna do that. Like maybe there's, this certain event and every season's just leading up to that one. Um, but I do like getting to expand on that even more. I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah. I know. I think the show has had pretty. It has such a confidence about its lore. I think
Yeah.
it feels like it's so like they know exactly what their history is and exactly what their lore is, and I think they're playing with it
You
in
can
such
tell
an
that, like, I'm pretty sure it's Andy Muschietti that's working on
Mhm.
the It stuff. You can
Yeah,
tell he's kind of passionate. I'm pretty sure he
yeah,
is about the It stuff. So, like, I watched the movies and the show, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is a guy that just really likes the books and is kind of doing it justice. I mean, I haven't read the
mhm.
book, so I can't, say if it is like a good
Right.
adaptation. Um, I do remember there is one bit in the book that they specifically did not adapt. It's in the children's like portion of it. Um I don't I don't know if I want to talk about it. I don't know if you know the
Sure.
bit of that. I don't think you do know. But there's a
I haven't read the
section in
book.
the
Yeah.
I just remember hearing there's a section in the book that was pretty concerning and
Okay.
they didn't adapt it. And I'm glad, just from hearing about that, I'm glad they didn't do it because it sucks.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Interesting. I mean, I'll say like I haven't read the books.
yeah.
I actually kind of like this show kind of makes me want to because I am so curious about it all. But like the one thing I have heard from people about the movies, it's like okay, the movies are good, but they really focus on the Pennywise of it all, and like it's more than Pennywise. It is so much, that's just one version of Pennywise. Is one thing he can be. And I love that the show is, I've talked about this for the last 2 episodes, but I think it's continuously more relevant and the more commentary I see on the show. I like that it's showing off more of what it can do. And I've seen so many people being like, this is so stupid, just show us, Pennywise already. It's like, yeah, but I don't think that's, I kind of think the whole point of the show is to show the lengths of the character and like what else he is capable of outside of just the clown. I think it's way more interesting to be like, hey, it's a giant bat. It's like, he can do that? All right, that's way scarier. Like, this stuff would scare me way more than like a killer clown.
I mean, it's a slow burn. Like, they're obviously going to ramp up until, because if we're just seeing Pennywise like now, when we see him again in like the finale, it's just not going to feel special. So, when we get to actually see him in his Pennywise form, it's gonna be more satisfying and more, I guess, I don't know, revealing or whatever. But you go through the season, it's like it feels satisfying to finally get to see him after all this time. The actual buildup is there.
No, I like it a lot. No, I think it's really working to me, to the point I kind of keep forgetting that he's gonna show up. Like, if he didn't show, I think I'd be fine.
Yeah,
I at least for like this season, like I'd be content being like, okay, like he doesn't need it. He could kill all of these kids with ease, without a single trouble. Like, he has shown he doesn't need it. He really
showed it in the first episode. Like, the 3 characters that died. I assumed they were going to be like the main kid characters of the season. I didn't know. Already half of them got wiped, and I was not expecting that.
It isn't. No, it isn't. It is truly insane. The
show is not holding back, and I like it a lot for that.
It is, like, we kind of mentioned the scares a bit earlier, but like, it is, I think, 10 times scarier than the movies. I went into the movies because I'm not a horror guy. I don't watch a lot of like horror content. Just I'm a jumpy little guy. But like, I went into the movies being like, okay, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be all right. I came out. I was like, oh, that's it. Oh, all right. That was, like, whatever.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting you.
You're good. Good.
Like, the movies are good, but like the sequences are well done and all that. But like, the only scene though, like the only bit that I do kind of find scary is the beginning sequence with Georgie. He gets his arm ripped off and then dragged. That's the only one that makes me like truly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, every other one is tame. It's not bad or anything. I still like it. And there's still like sequences here and there that do spook me. I think the one with like the distorted face or whatever, I don't know what it's actually supposed to be, but I think like one of the characters feels like the distorted head, distorted face.
Sure.
I don't know how to describe it, but that one I think is the other one that also spooks me a bit.
Yeah.
Like, whenever it moves or something, like, oh my gosh, it's creepy. But everything else is like kind of tame. And then same in part 2, like to a lot more.
2's a comedy. 2 is
it's just
I did not jump a single time in part 2, which is I don't hate that either. I think it's fine. I think it works for what they're going for. But like, not scary.
The only one that I was kind of grossed out by is the sequence where Eddie, he's fighting the leper or whatever, and then it like throws up all over him, and then they play freaking what's the song? They call me angels of the morning. They played that song.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. I thought that was that was kind of gross a little bit, but it was also just really funny. They play like that sound, that music for like 3 seconds, and I thought it was hilarious.
No, it's a fun little thing.
It's fun. I get why people don't like it, but
it's my least favorite out of the main 3. But I like it.
I still have a lot of fun with it.
It's fun. Okay, let me read some of these comments here. Chris said, I absolutely loved it, Chapter 2. It's only half a step below 1 for me. Masterpiece ending. I do love the ending. I think that
the ending is so good.
I like the ending a lot. I think that middle half kind of is where most of my issues lie, because it felt like they forgot. I think for some reason it's a 3-hour movie. I don't think it should have been a 3-hour movie. It feels like they're kind of just padding the time because they do, but because
it's
it's
pretty
split
much
up.
just a character going to a place, reminiscing, and then there's a horror sequence,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
characters kind of standing around. Like, there's a point where I'm
yeah,
like, okay, we have a couple minutes left. I turn it on. There's like an hour and 20 minutes left. I'm like, what the hell? This is crazy. I'm like, I thought we were heading into the third act. It's like, again, it's fun still, but it
yeah,
definitely feels like, I think like doing all the flashback stuff, as fun as it is, it's not necessarily necessary, and it kind of just, it feels like a filler episode sometimes of a TV show, where
yeah,
it's like we
yeah,
have like an hour 20 of the movie we want, but we want a 3-hour movie, so they add just another hour 30 of just kind of like stuff, which is still fun stuff, but like
yeah.
it's a lot sometimes. But yeah, no, we're not talking about part 2 today. Chris said, "Welcome to Dairy is so far is very consistent." I would agree. I don't like, this was technically my least favorite, but I think there wasn't a drop off for me. I think they've all been around the same level. If we weren't doing this, I wouldn't think anything of like the down. It was good. It was
Yeah.
I had no issue. I had no issues at all. I am very much enjoying it. I love the military angle. I also really liked it.
The military storyline is so funny to me. Like, what do you like? They're gonna try and weaponize Pennywise for the Cold War. That's
I
just
like that.
like
Yeah,
it's so funny. But I'm all in for it.
but also makes a lot of sense.
It
Like,
does. It
we
weirdly
would do that.
does.
Yeah, but like I also like that his like connection to it. Like, he didn't know necessarily that this was out. Like, he didn't remember it directly from his childhood, but I like to think that part of his involvement kind of led him to do this. Like, it
Yeah.
feels like this kind of subconscious fear or like curiosity to what this thing is kind of led him to this
To
moment.
try and
And
investigate it more.
yeah, like I love the bits between the sergeant. I terrible with the names. I don't have any of the names written down yet. I hopefully will have them all written down for next week. But like he's like meeting up with the friend again. He's like, "Hey, don't you remember me?" It's like, "I didn't think you would remember me." It's like, "I didn't until this morning." It's like, oh, it's taking effect. That thing that they never really explained. That I'm excited for them to like really dive into that, of just like, how do people forget? What is
Yeah,
the
like
effect he has on
that
the
has
cities?
always
And yeah,
that's always confused me. Like the movies as well, where they just kind of forget it.
yeah,
I don't know if it's just a side effect of like the Pennywise stuff or
yeah.
whatever. So hopefully they explain it, or if I don't mind if they keep it ambiguous or whatnot, but
Yeah.
I don't mind an explanation.
I think season 1 is going to be the like lore season. I think season 1 is the tell-all Pennywise. Here is how it kind of works. That's something like that.
Yeah,
But like also like maybe you don't want to. Like, like you said, like sometimes I think horror becomes less scary if you explain it too much. Like sometimes
yeah,
it's scarier not knowing the real truth and not knowing how he operates. If you don't know the wizard behind the Oz, if that makes sense, of just like who's
yeah.
behind the curtain kind of thing. One of the low-key best things in the show is the creep factor of the theme song, just posed by opening titles. The music is really good. The opening
The
credits is really
intro
good.
is so. I remember I first listened to it, and my first thought was like, it's comfortably uncomfortable, if
Right.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like it feels sinister and creepy, but like in a cozy way, I guess. Just with the type of music that it plays, and then the different like postcard, transitions and all
Yeah.
that. And I don't know, it's weird, but in a good way,
Sure.
if that makes
No,
sense.
I agree. Harrison James says, "I feel like the other It's are more thrillers than horrors, but I still
Oh
enjoy them. I
yeah.
agree that this is 10 times 100%. Yeah, no
Yeah,
argument here.
I agree.
Gore
That's
also gets me. Gore, I think, is sometimes worse than horror for me. Like, I think that's what the show is really like. It's not necessarily like scary, but I'm
it's like
grossed out
pretty
by
gory. Yeah,
I'm grossed out by the images I'm seeing on screen, like the bits of
yeah,
in episode 2 when she's like busting out of the womb, and like she has to like disconnect the cord, and she's pulling her up by the cord. She has to. It's like no.
And then
Like I don't want
the scene in the first episode where the woman like gives birth to the mutant baby, like
oh
my gosh, just ew.
Yeah, no, it is. Whew, it's something else. It is.
Yeah, well, what a show.
No, it's something else. I'm trying to think. I just like watched it like right before we went live too, so I'm trying to like process like, okay, what are all the thoughts? I do really enjoy the subplots of them trying to get a picture. It feels. I thought it was going to fail, and I think it's still going. I think it's. I don't know.
Something probably is going to happen to like those pictures, or something. And they're gonna have to find an alternative to get evidence of this creature.
Something's going to happen to it. I don't know why. I'm feeling there's going to be like a scene where like they're showing it off or something, and it like comes out, like he like comes out of the photos and like destroys them from within or something. I have a feeling
that there's going to be some like horror sequence when they look at the pictures again that's going to cause the characters to like destroy them. I
think that'd be a really cool way to show Pennywise off for the first time, because they got the little like like, is that a clown? I think that would be really cool if like Pennywise literally comes out of the photo. Like there's the bit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think it would be cool, to do that where it comes out of the picture, but you still don't get to see the actual Pennywise. Like maybe you have, just that, like, because it's colored differently. Maybe it's like that figure. Just coming out. They don't actually show him in this costume. It's just the way he looks in the picture, like crawling out or something. Cool. Like that would be kind of cool. You still get to see like the silhouette of Pennywise, just not actually get to see him yet.
Yeah,
which would work so well.
I love that bit in this. I think it's pretty sure it's the first It movie, or not the first, but the 2017 movie, where like they're like watching the like camera reel and it's going back and forth, and you're seeing the little history, and he's slowly like coming out of the reel. Yeah, actually, you kind of get that bit in the first episode of this show too, when like they're in the movie theater. Yeah. So something like that I could see being very effective. I think that would be cool. Something's definitely happening to those photos. I think they want them to have those photos for something, because I was getting ready for it to be like, oh, they took the photos and there's nothing on them, or like they're blank or whatever. And that also would have been scary. Where
I was expecting that.
Photos.
I was totally expecting. I was not expecting them to actually get a picture.
I honestly thought the one kid was going to die this episode.
What?
I forget the is it?
Or no? Will?
Will? Is it Will? I think it might be Will.
Is it the Hanlon kid?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because like there's.
See, that's the thing with this like prequel shows, because if you didn't know, that's supposed to be the father of Mike Hanlon.
Yeah.
From the movies.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're right.
Like they revealed that, and it's like you kind of know he's safe already.
You know he's safe. Yeah, I mean. But like, there's that minute where it's like he's kind of like lost in between, and like he he has this whole thing. It's like, well, I believe that you believe it. I was like, oh, it's gonna make like an example out of him. Like I thought there was going to be a thing where like, because they like grab his hands and they run. I thought there was gonna be a thing where like it's all an illusion and it's like his dead corpse. They're like, oh my, or something like that. Would that be a little bit too dark? Maybe, but like
the scene where he is alone in that one little like abandoned place. I don't really know what it was, with Pennywise, the creature, and then he has the camera. Like a part of us thinking, they're not gonna kill him off, are they? They can't do that. They didn't, and I don't expect them to. Like that's again the problem with a prequel show. If you're gonna introduce a pre-established character, they have to be safe. But it was still like, are they actually gonna do that?
Mm-hmm.
No way. Yeah.
I also really love the plane sequence as well. Actually, that was one of the like scarier moments of the episode, I guess. Not due to like actual fear, but just like the holy shit.
We get to
I
hear
liked,
Pennywise for the first time.
yeah, that was cool. I liked the like slingshot having that like significance. He was able to like guide the plane to where they needed to go via the slingshot, and just like Pennywise attaching himself to him.
Yeah,
And like,
I'm so confused. So this dude is like a psychic. Is that
I
what he
didn't
is?
really get that either. Yeah, I don't really get this
Like I
guy
don't
either.
understand, but I don't know. I was really like, so I'm just checking something.
Oh, I know, that's
Um,
fine.
oh, I was so confused on what that happened, but I found it interesting that he like latched onto Pennywise like that telepathically. Like
Yeah.
even he was so confused on why someone was able to see him like that. So like
Yeah,
maybe they'll play around with that more later in the series.
I
I
need
think that
more
could
of
be cool.
him. I'm pretty sure they teased it last week, but then it was like full on this week. I was like, okay, he's a psychic. He
Yeah,
has he's like
just
a
has
voodoo man,
superpowers. Like what?
which this is I think the first time in this universe so far that we've seen someone with like powers that isn't Pennywise, I'm pretty sure. Or direct.
Yeah, I'm
I was
pretty
like,
sure.
okay, what is this? Like, what's this like? Like, what is this dynamic? And like, at first, I thought I missed something. I thought like, oh, did I miss a plot line
Same
or
here.
whatever?
I thought they just skimmed over something.
Yeah, but maybe they're just kind of setting it up. We have the whole bit where it's like, oh, like he was one of the people that did the harassments in episode 1 with him, and he could like sense it. Also, the like military guy, the a dad, like he seems to have this like thing he doesn't like feel fear or something. It's like that part of your brain doesn't exist. I was like, why? What's that about? Like, how's that going to play into it? That's interesting to me as well.
Yeah.
I need to get these characters' names down. After this stream, I'm going to like commit, be like, all right, these are all the names. I won't mess this up next time.
Yeah.
But no, I like this episode a lot. I'm curious. We have 5 episodes left of the season.
Yeah, I think it's only 8 episodes.
So next week's the mid-season point. I'm curious, just like where do we go next? Like, what's the next chapter? Like, now that we have the proof for now, are they going to their parents? Are they going to the military?
Are they like gonna go to the police or something? Like,
Right.
I don't know. Something's gonna happen to those, like proof or
Yeah.
whatever. I feel like.
I wonder if
But
like the other people just can't see it. Like they look at the paper, it's like a blank piece of paper. It's like, what the hell are you
yeah,
playing?
I remember
Like,
it.
yeah.
Chapter 1, the sequence where Beverly's like whole like bathroom gets covered in blood.
Yes.
Like only the kids saw it, not the
Right.
adults. So maybe it's like that where they see blank pictures and only they see like the clown. Like that
Yeah.
could be really interesting.
That that could be really fun. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for more. It's gonna be an interesting next couple weeks. You have anything else about this episode we haven't talked about yet that you would like to bring up?
Trying to think. It's not about the episode, it's about the show so far.
Okay, yeah,
But
that's
I've
fine.
really liked the small references or like small hints to certain characters being related to like the the Losers Club.
Sure.
Like Teddy Uris, I think the character's name was one of the kids from episode 1. I'm pretty sure his brother is supposed to be the father to Stanley Uris in chapter 1. So that would make Teddy his uncle. And Mike Hanlon is going to become, or no, Will Hanlon's going to become Mike Hanlon's father,
Right.
Later. I remember someone I'm trying to think what it was. I'm pretty sure in the first episode in like the bathroom stall, I think it's when Lily and that one other character were talking in there. There's like some writing on the door or whatever, and it says Alvin Marsh, which I think is Beverly's dad. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Trying to think what else. In episode 2, Lily is talking to Chief Bowers, which was Henry Bowers' grandfather.
Okay.
So a lot of those have been really fun to
Yeah.
spot. So I don't know if they're gonna do that in like season 2 or 3,
Right.
when it goes back every 27 years. But I'd be really into it. Just having these small references to like other
Yeah.
past characters would be pretty fun and pretty
Yeah.
neat.
Like this is something that we've talked about in the last couple things that we've done, where it's like, okay, is there this like chosen one aspect to the story where it's like not every one of them, because obviously they have to grow up to be able to have kids, but is there
Yeah.
like this like lineage to the people, to the kids that they chose, that maybe started back to this very first one? Like maybe it's like, okay, maybe it's like, maybe it's not their father, but it's like their uncle or whatever. Like, so like you can
Yeah.
kill off an uncle, whatever. Like, and like, is there a reason for that, or is it just like, I don't know, maybe he just like likes the taste of their blood or whatever. Like I don't know. Is it like a potato chip where it's like they love the taste of like a good Dorito, and he wants to come back to like get more Dorito? Is it like he likes the taste of that blood or whatever? I don't know how it works. I
Yeah.
don't know. Again, season 3 is what I'm most excited for, because I'm just like, tell me the lore. There's so many lore questions I'm
There's a lot.
fascinated by. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
me too. But yeah, that's all I have for Dairy this week. I'm excited for more. I'm excited to see what they have. Before I move on to my final show, Marnie, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us
Thank you
today.
for
It was a
having me
pleasure.
here.
I know you're busy these days, but anything you want to shout out, promo, any of that jazz to the audience to go check out your stuff?
Yeah, so I have a YouTube. I haven't really uploaded that much. Like my last video was the Minecraft movie review, because I've been so busy with like graduating and summer and working and college and just so much stuff going on. I do want to make like some follow-up video at some point, being, I'm still here and I'm just busy a lot and all that, but
Valid.
I'm not sure when I'm gonna do that. If I ever, get any more time to myself to do it, and if I ever feel like it, then I'll go for it. But I've got YouTube. I rarely do Instagram, but follow me on there, and Twitter as well. I'm mostly on there as well, like I'm supposed to, and all that. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Wolf, Minecraft was terrible. Hey,
What a great.
don't you diss Jack Black like that.
I remember.
I love a Minecraft movie is it's an A Minecraft movie in my heart. So
that was such a fun review that we did, because it was definitely me being like, I didn't love it, and you being like, I loved it, and it was such an interesting dynamic of just us on opposing sides. But it was
awesome.
fun. It was very fun. No, it was very fun
Yeah.
stuff. If you want just to see more of this dynamic, we did Venom 3 last year for Pipeline. We did
Fantastic Four a few months ago.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. Yeah, you did another Pipeline.
Discord
episode. That's right. I invited my whole Discord.
Yeah, the Discord episode,
which was risky. I wouldn't do that now. I definitely would not do that now. I would not just invite random Discord members. But it's all right. It's fine. It worked. But yeah, man. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna just very quickly talk about my last show here. But you have a wonderful day.
I was gonna say. I don't know if any of my friends are still tuned into this, because I know they did earlier. But if they are, thank you for listening to me yap thanks for listening to us yap about this. They're probably like late at night right now, so I don't know if they are, but if they are still here, surprisingly, thank you. Can't wait to see you guys this week. Hopefully we get to hang out again, because one of my friends, I haven't seen them in a few weeks, and we usually try to make time to, like, all of us would try to make time, like, a day this week to hang out, but just a lot of busy stuff, so hope we get to do that.
Yeah, thank you for anyone who hopped on. I think I saw a couple newer faces up in here, so thank you everyone who let's see, was it this one? Yeah. But
anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. I
right.
am pretty tired, and I'm probably gonna get some. I'm sorry. I am tired. So
Go get some sleep. Go get some rest.
Yep.
Good luck with all the things of life. And
Yep. You
I
too,
will catch you
man.
later,
You
my
too.
friend.
Have fun talking about Pluribus. Have fun with life. I will see you. Good luck. I will
Good
see
luck to
you
you too, my
around.
friend. Have a great one, my friend. Bye bye.
Bye.
Finally out of here. No, I was kidding. No, it's a blast as always, Marnie. Go check out his stuff. I'll try and link it once the stream is over. This is weird. It's weird having a box empty. Can we do this? Oh, is there a better version of that? Hold on. There's a better version of that, I think. Here we go. Hold on. We're multitasking in the moment. Give me a second. Does this work better? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, it works, kind of, maybe, not really. All right, I want to talk a little bit about Pluribus. What's this comment here really quickly? Sorry, under Jared Hess, Jack Black is insufferable. I hate Jared Hess. I love Jack Black. I didn't like Minecraft though. Was not a fan of Minecraft. Okay, Pluribus. Let me rant. I won't talk about it too long because I know it is just me, and it doesn't seem like many people are watching it, which makes me sad because I think every week on here is going to me just be like screaming at the clouds, being like, "Watch Pluribus, watch this show." But yeah, no, I'll be pretty brief because we are kind of heading into that 2-hour mark already. But I knew beginning of the year was going to watch Pluribus. I wasn't even sure when it was going to keep coming out. I didn't know what it was about. But I think when you have Vince Gilligan saying he's going to make a brand new show, you have to check it out. He could be making a Bubble Guppies reboot, and I'd be like, well, I gotta check it out. It's Vince Gilligan. I didn't know what to expect with the show. I really didn't. Like, I saw a trailer for it, and I really didn't get it. Like the whole marketing of it was like, it's like happiness is the cure. It was all about like the happiness of it. It's like she lives in a world where everyone is happy, and she's not. Like that's all I kind of knew. I guess my assumption was like, okay, she gets transported into some like utopia, and she's the only person that's not in it. I wasn't really sure what the vibe was, what it was going to be about. And then the day before the premiere came out, I was seeing quotes and reviews saying this is one of the greatest pilot episodes of all time. And I was like, oh, this is exciting. I had high hopes. I thought it would be something similar to that. I know Vince is he does great work, so I was not surprised by this, but I loved the pilot episode. I'll yap a little bit before I get into actual spoilers, but like the first episode is so focused. It's such an I guess that's the word that keeps coming to mind with that first episode. It's such a neat episode of TV. It's so straightforward, to the point. It does everything it needs to do to set up a pilot. I think first episodes are so much more important than I think people give it credit for. I think so many times people are like, well, it's the first episode, so it doesn't really matter. I think the first episode of a show and the last episode of the show are the two most important episodes of a show. Just plain and simple. And I think the most important thing for me is a pilot has to ask you a question. A pilot has to simply make you want to watch more. It needs to ask you a question, make you want to come back for episode 2. That's its job. And it does. It creates this world very instantly. That's so interesting. Our main character, what's her? I think our character's name was what? Carol. Let me look it up really quickly. Polaris, because I want to make sure I get her name right. Because there is only one, like, so, well, there's a couple. But, yes, it's Carol. Okay, Carol's our main protagonist. She's such a relatable character very instantly. I think is such an interesting dynamic. I don't know. Like, very instantly you feel attached to this character. And I don't know if it's because I already love her from Breaking Bad. Like, I spent 6 seasons with her over on that show, so there's already that connection there. Maybe that's one of the reasons she chose her, or he chose her for the role. But such an interesting protagonist because she is so... It's weird because she's such a likable, unlikable character, right? Because she is a very... She's not a bad character, but she is a very, I guess, grumpy would be the words I would describe just on face value. She's a grumpy character. She kind of has her ways, and she has her perspectives, and that's just kind of who she is. But yet she is so likable at the same time, and it doesn't deter you from watching her, and it doesn't stop you from wanting to support her as a protagonist, and you do agree with almost everything she's saying, and she is just kind of very stoic character. And I think you kind of need that for what the show is, because she does contrast so well from the rest of the cast, I guess, if you will. So slight spoilers for the concept of Polaris if you guys have not... If you guys don't want to know anything going in, then maybe you might want to dip. But the kind of main idea of the show is that they're doing these experiments. There was this sound wave. They're experimenting with it. They're doing these experiments. And there's an infection, and a virus is created. And over the course of time, they create this hive mind. And by our starting point in the show, everyone on the earth outside of 12 or 13 people are under one hive mind. Like, you end the episode with them being like, we are everybody, but we are one person. And Carol is one of the only people in the world that is not affected by this. And the whole pilot ends being like, how did this happen? Why is she like this? What do they want? Are they going to get Carol? How does she fix this? What does this mean for humanity and the world at large? And it's such a well put together, well placed pilot that it does everything I kind of talked about. Like, it sets all those things in motion. It makes you immediately want to come back. It's so engaging. I haven't watched, like... I know there's so many TV shows nowadays, and I think my attention span, just like most people nowadays, are so low, unfortunately, now, because of just like the way social media works. I was so engaged with the episodes. I didn't find myself trying to check my phone. I didn't find myself trying to, think about anything else. I'm just kind of like, the whole time, I'm not thinking about anything else. It's such an engaging pilot. And that is, I think, so hard now, because I feel like so many TV shows have been done before. It's been done a million times, and this feels like such an original premise, and this original idea, and this original world that we've instantly created that I am simply in love with. I loved that first episode. And like, when people saying like, is Polaris the best television pilot? It's up there. I don't know what my answer would be right now, but it's up there. It really is. Let me go through some comments here. Thank you guys so much for continuing to comment. Oh boy. Polaris is great. I think it could have ended up having a Severance kind of cult following when it's said and done. It definitely reminds me of Severance. Like, the vibes and like the mystery and the everything like that. It definitely feels very Severance, which I love Severance. Severance was my favorite new show of last year, and I think if they continue, this will be my favorite new show of this year, if not my favorite show of this year. I love Vince Gilligan. It's just a matter of timing, No, fully understand. There's so many shows. It's holiday season. No disrespect on my get. I get it. There's so many shows I'm behind on. I get it. I want to ask Polaris, it's just timing. I 100% get you. No problem. Sounds like a cult. It is a cult. I'd argue it is a cult. It's definitely this self-diagnosed cult. It's a cult if you didn't have to convince anybody to do it. It's kind of like an automatic cult. if you say cult too many times, it starts sounding like not a word. The hook, yes, has a great hook. It hooks you instantly. I mean, I'd argue it kind of hooks you before the big twist even happens. The ending reminds me of Stepford Wives, if you are familiar. Bit of an older movie now. I have not seen it. I've not seen that movie, but maybe I'll put it on my list now that you mentioned it. It in terms of vibe, not plot. Okay, fair enough. You explained it. It's not a cult. It still sounds like a cult. Oh no, it is. It is fully a cult. And then I also really understand why they put out episode 2 as well for this. At first I was a little annoyed because I was like, you should let the pilot. I don't think it's actually technically a pilot. It's not called pilot. It was ordered all at once, but like the first episode, I think it stands very well on its own. But episode 2 definitely like sinks its teeth into the dynamics of the show and this new world that we are now living in and the consequences of this newfound world in a very interesting way. It's Carol trying to adapt and learn to what this thing is in a very fascinating way. And there's so many brain. I'm super excited to get some guests on who have seen the show. There's a couple of guests I'm going to try and bring on if they have time over these next couple weeks to talk about it, because I genuinely think the show will generate so many good conversations. I really do think so. But like I do like the dilemmas that are introduced where, okay, like we meet up with a lot of the other families. Or like, like 5 of the other people that are also that speak English, that are like under this, who like did survive it just like her. And like, I like the struggle from the rest of them. I think is very fascinating. Like, I think it's interesting that Carol is the only one who's like, guys, this is bad. Like, how do we fix this? Like, she brings them together. It's like, guys, how do we fix this? What the hell is going on? Does anyone a scientist, anyone a engineer, anyone a whatever? And I think it's interesting that the rest are kind of like, we're okay actually. And I don't think anyone has fully like processed what it means, especially since they still have their loved ones with them. It's like, okay, they have their children and their wives and their fathers with them, but it's like, that's not them anymore. Like the family that you love is relatively gone. It might look like them, it has their body, but the people that you love are gone. It's not them anymore. They're all one. Everyone is the same. And like, I think that dynamic's so interesting. I like the bits where it's like, cover your ears, there's a child around. It's like, okay, a child that can do rocket scientist and go to space and skydive, and like that's not him anymore. And I like the bits that are like, I don't know, like I think Carol's temper is so interesting because she is in such a unstable place, but these hive minds are disrupted by strong emotions, and Carol's a very strong emotion person, and every time she has like an outburst, it kills like thousands of people within the hive mind. So she has such these strong emotions that she cannot keep back, but if she doesn't, like, hundreds of people will die. And like there's that comparison that keeps happening where it's like, oh, to like do this, like like hundreds of millions or people passed away just to do this product. This is a casualty event on the mass scale, but it's like, yes, but is that different from like what you did and how you affected it? And it's like, yeah, but that wouldn't have happened if you didn't take control in the first place. Like, if this virus never took place, those deaths would not have happened. But I do think it's very fascinating to like Oh, I still have the welcome to Derry. People are probably very confused that are hopping in. Sorry. Editor brain is gonna kill me later on when I had to clip this into a thing. But no, I think it's very interesting. Her being like, oh, I'm feeling, better than any mass murderer should feel. And it's yeah, that is fascinating. And all of them deciding we're just going to ride it out. And I do think there's this kind of there is this selfishness that's fascinating to me of all of them just being yeah, but we can there's that one character that's really living it up. He's okay, he took the president's plane, the biggest plane in the whole world, and he's just having sex with all these people, and it's consent, my guy. You didn't get consent from the person you're doing it with. But then it's oh, but we did, didn't we? It's that's not how that works. That's not how this works. And it seems like it's all fun and games for these people because we can just live the perfect life and go on tours and eat and do all these things. And it's okay, but how long? How long does that last? Because they said what, they're a couple months out from finding a proper cure for them and having them join this hive mind. And it's okay, so what? Okay, so you can spend this time fighting the man and finding a way to beat it, or you can live the rest of your months as kings, as the last real people on planet Earth. But it doesn't feel it feels like no one has really processed those feelings. And I don't know. I'm fascinated to get back to those characters as well, because it's okay, did all their families die when she did that? Did some of them maybe not die? I'll be interested in that, because if all their families are dead, that's either going to really help the process of them joining up with her, or it's really going to hurt. And I'm not sure the direction we're going in quite yet. And just how it ends as well. It's okay, where are we going for the rest of the season? Where are we heading? I know it's what, a 10 episode season or something like that. I think the finale airs on Christmas Day, which is going to be a crazy Christmas Day. That paired with Stranger Things. A hereditary cult, LOL. Yeah. The people of Thesis, if you take the mind out of the body, is the body still the same person? Yeah. I'd argue no. I'd argue probably not. But do they care? You need the entire hive mind to consent just for safe measure? Yeah, but can you? I guess, right? It doesn't seem I don't know. I want to dive more into how the hive mind works exactly, because they said it's okay, it's one person, but it's everybody. But it seems like there is one in charge, kind of making the choices for everybody, right? Who gets to decide the decisions to make? Is it a voting process? Everyone in there all at once is I vote yes on this, or I vote no on this. And I know they don't have a direct oh, we have, because it doesn't feel like they fully have free will at this point in time. It's just kind of oh, whatever these living vessels want is what we do. So I don't know. I need more. I need more of this. I want to unpack this a little bit, and how does it work exactly? Yeah, it's a great water cooler show. So many so many. I really want some of my other friends to get them. I don't know anyone else right now that is watching, at least in our at least in the podcast community that we have grown. And I think it's so fascinating. I'm really going to be pitching. I think every week it's just going to be being watch the show. It's so good. It's so amazing and wonderful and whatever. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Oh, I hated Hereditary. I've never seen it. The Ari Aster, if a player is even remotely that wheelhouse, oof, maybe I wouldn't watch it, but I likely will eventually. Just basic, understandable. You have mind insects like ants and bees, like have a queen. Yeah, no, it definitely, that's a vibe I get. Like, it kind of feels like there's at least one that is like, and you have like, what is it, Anna? I'm looking at the cast name. You have Anna, and whoever, I don't know. It feels like maybe that's kind of the head honcho, but it's like, is that just everybody? Like, is anyone and everyone I don't Anna. Like, I don't know. I don't know where they're going with that. I'm fascinated by it. I don't know. There's other things I'd like to dive into. The stuff with her friend was interesting. I liked the whole bit in like the first half of the episode of her being like having to bury her. I liked the thing for the longest time she like refused to eat or drink water because she thought she didn't know if it would have been the cause of like the virus. Like, she didn't know if it was like in the water systems, and that's how she got it. Like, it wasn't until she met the other people and they were all drinking and eating and they were still kind of themselves that she was like, no, okay, I can drink. And like, once she drinks. Like, she's like, if you're gonna hit me. Let's get wasted. I don't know. I'm liking the show. I'm not gonna go into too much longer. I know Nerdcast is gonna be starting here shortly. I don't want to run into Eric's show. There should be a bigger conversation. I'm gonna try and get someone who's watched it next week. That's my goal. I think next week it'll be I think okay. Rundown of the next couple weeks. Here's my issue. I have a lot of friends that are watching shows, but I don't know anybody right now who's watching all three of Hazbin, It, and Polaris. So I think next week I'm gonna try to get someone who's seen Polaris and It, but then it'll be not Hazbin Hotel. There's a reason Taz hasn't been on the last couple weeks. One, he's busy, and two, he's not watching any of these shows right now. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, next couple weeks it's gonna be interesting. There'll be guests over the next couple weeks. I have someone in mind for next week. I don't know exactly who I'm gonna get for episode 99, but actually I might have an idea. I might have a small idea. Because episode 99 will be the finale of Hazbin, so I do have an idea for that one. But we have 2 more episodes, and then we have the 100th episode of this show, which will be our second show to reach 100 episodes. That is crazy. We have plans for that. I have guests I want to bring on for that. So it should be a fun episode. Thanks everyone for tuning in to watching. I appreciate. It's been a blast as always. What do we have to promo? Obviously Marnie was here. Go check out his stuff. Pipeline will be out this Thursday. Who is it? Johnny Bravo. Our friend Johnny Bravo will be on Pipeline this week. His first episode ever, surprisingly. So he'll be on the show. It'll be very fun. We're talking Predator, Badlands, and then we'll be back next week for more. Hazbin Hotel, Polaris, and It. Welcome to Dairy. We've been doing streams on the other channel as well. If you guys have been enjoying, if you like this vibe with me right now, with me just kind of rambling and talking to you guys, that's what the other channel has been. We've been streaming some Mario Party and some Dreamlight Valley and stuff like that. So go check that out. On the flip side with Darren, same with Life is Strange and all that jazz. Let me read these. You might be cooking. I don't know what that was in reference to, but thank you. If you want another series, Twisted Wonderland, the animation is currently airing on Disney Plus and Hulu. It's terrific. Interesting. I am not looking for another new show right now just because I'm so behind. Let me pull that up really quickly. I am gonna end this, but I made a list like today or yesterday. I'm like, okay, I need to catch up on 2025 shows because right now, here it is. I want to get through Wednesday season 2. I haven't done that yet. I have The Bear season 4. I need to catch up on. I have Exo Kitty. I have Andor. I have Only Murders in the Building. Darrow Dixon. Dead City. Alien Earth. Star Wars Visions. I haven't seen any of. That's crazy. So I think the rest of this year for me, outside of some these new shows that are coming out, I'm just dedicated to like trying to finish what I started, or catching up on these end of the year shows as we're a couple months away from the end of the year. But thank you everyone. Thanks in advance. I appreciate that. Was Visions good? I need to watch it. It's probably at the bottom of my totem pole, but I'll try my best to get to it. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. It's been a blast. I will catch y'all next week.